That was because I'm mute. I knew I'd forget something. Evening, everyone. How are we? I wasn't saying anything interesting anyway. I very rarely do. Oof. That's loud. Can you hear me over that? I forget how loud this tractor is. How is everyone? You having a good evening? So, hope you all caught the last episode. We worked rather late into the night. Cal Mackey, nice to see you. James, Mr. Bowser, Jake Sears, Nick the Kid, Hans, Nick Parker, Echo Kid, Jason Wright, Ryan, Jake Sears, Hans, Cranky's in here. I think I saw Trey in here as well. Hope everyone is doing all right. Jarhead, nice to see you. We are going to head up here and we're going to finally get these bales sorted because we've been talking about it for ages. And I've been torn between two options really. Whether I pick it up as loose straw or whether I bale it. Now, somebody suggested that I could actually take loose straw out of the BGA. Sorry, not the BGA. The TMR mixer. So we might check that out in a little bit as well. Problem with loose straw, Bob, is I can turn it into loose straw when it's baled, that it's easier to store. I think that's probably what my thinking is doing. Echo Kid, how's the puppy doing? The puppy is doing great, actually. This tractor's really noisy. I'm just going to knock it down a little bit. That was, I know it's particularly that tractor that's ridiculously noisy, but it's hurting my ears more than anything. And we just need to wait while we go back. Talking among yourselves. This happened last week as well, didn't it? I must have a little bit of a mod glitch somewhere that's telling me not to go into my save game. Do you know what it'll be? It'll be the advanced advanced menu options. I had a few issues with those before. There we go. We are back. Didn't take long. Steve Lamb, how are you doing? Yeah, so we're going to store them in bale form, but we should be able to break them or unload them from the TMR facility. What did I see there? Ryan Goble, the new gameplay trailer should be out around now. No, Ryan, if you're US, it's 4 AM. It is 9 AM in the UK and 10 AM in Europe. So yeah, keep an eye open either last thing tonight or as soon as you get up tomorrow morning. I obviously been a Giants partner. I got a sneak peek this afternoon. I'm not allowed to show anybody till the embargo comes, but it looks good. I'm not going to lie to you. Sarah Hughes, how's Mrs. FSG? She is doing awesome, thank you very much, Sarah. Yeah, she's doing great. And Echo Kid, how's the puppy doing? The puppy is starting to behave a little bit better, but she's a little bit of a monster. But gets away with it because she's cute. So we're just tolerating it at the moment. But yes, no, she's hard work. Is try doing that and trying to hold down your YouTube vids and a full-time job and a puppy. It's been quite intense the last couple of weeks, but yeah, it's all good. It is all good. So, what are we going to do tonight? I think we are going to get all these bales done. We've got to wrap the grass as well. We've got quite a lot of stuff to start planting, and we need to get some crops back in the ground. I'd like to get enough crops going so we can get the whiskey distillery fired up again. Go. Oops, missed a bit. Jake says, what's my main goal for FS19? Or do you mean for the series, Jake, or do you mean FS? Do you mean FS19 in general? Dylan, I've got a little Cocker Spaniel puppy. She's 11 weeks old, and she is incredibly cute. But man, she's got some energy. But she's allowed to walk now. We can take her on walks now. She's had all her injections and things like that. So aim for this episode, Jake. We're going to get all of this straw sorted. We're going to get all our bales wrapped, and we're going to get a little bit of a build-up of TMR sorted. So that'll be good. And then we're going to check on the cows. The cows could end up being potentially quite lucrative because they are they produce a lot of manure and slurry, and we can sell that. We can sell that to the BGA for quite a substantial amount. So if they're making a goodly amount of waste product, it could actually be quite lucrative for us. Evening, Bryson. How was my day? My day's been very good, actually. The weather in Scotland at the moment is really nice. We're having a nice late. We're having a nice late evening. Late summer. Kind of like an Indian summer. It's rather warm. Jake says, do I have any whiskey coming? Yes, I've got a couple of crates of whiskey sitting, but we need more corn to be able to make more whiskey now. So, yeah, we need to get on with that in the next little while. Victor Cox wanting girlfriend advice. You want advice on how to get a girlfriend, Victor? Be a gentleman. Treat them nicely. Be polite. And don't take them for granted. There you go. Mark Thor is in the house. How are you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Mr. Dark, nice to see you too. Dylan McCutcheon, am I a farmer in real life? Not anymore. I grew up on a farm. I worked on farms till I was about 21, 22. So I loved it. It was a brilliant thing to do growing up, for sure. So yeah, no, really enjoyed that. Miss it a bit now. You almost you don't appreciate it until you don't do it anymore, and then you're sure still back there. Mr. Args is in the house. How are you doing, buddy? Jake says, where are all my live streams? They're on my channel, mate. If you look into the Bulls Gap playlist, all the episodes and the live streams are in there as well. How are you for a Wednesday, Args? Sorry, it'll be Thursday morning for you, won't it? How could I forget? Futuristic Argsy is always one step ahead of us. If I was a farmer right now, everyone would love you, and they do. And they do anyway. Keep it up, bro. Thanks, buddy. I am going to go back, and my dad still farms. He's retired, but he does a lot of work for our local contractors. So I think he's... do you know what I might do here? To leave this going. No, I was going to put this on a course play, but I'll leave it a bit longer. Hey, Forward Ags in the house. Haven't received my special delivery yet. I haven't. No, Args, I haven't. I think it may be Border Control and Customs may have seized it, and I think the police are on their way to your house as we speak. Reed Morton, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you again. Jake says, what's the fun part about being a farmer? In real life, for me, it was getting to drive cool kit. I remember driving a fast track when I was 18. Very cool. Loved that. Arrived in the UK about a week ago. It's probably been stolen by somebody. Nothing's sacred anymore. Not lad, nice to see you again, mate. How are you? Sarah Hughes is farming a hard job and incredibly hard, Sarah. The hours are ridiculous. I think I watched my dad get up at 5 AM and go to bed at midnight pretty much his entire life. Evening, Jarrett. Nice to see you. Australian government, you can't get packages, they will lead to you going outside. Yeah, you guys are getting it a bit difficult at the moment, aren't you? You're starting to experience what we experienced over the last little while. Am I scared of heights? Dylan, that was a very random question, but am I scared of heights? No, not really. No, I don't mind heights. I'm 6 foot tall, so it depends how high you are, really. Yeah, my dad got more sleep than you, Mark. No, everybody gets more sleep than you, Mark Thor. You're a machine. I don't know how you do it. Don't know how you do it. Nick the Kid, how long the stream? Probably a couple of hours tonight. Like I said, the new stuff for Gamescom, they released a lot of information, Giants did today ahead of time for us content creators, so I'm going to have a quick look at that after the stream, because the video, the gameplay trailer is released tomorrow at 9 AM, so I'm going to have a look at what that looks like. So there we go. There we go. I am not going to drive this whole field, by the way, because that would be immensely dull. But what I might do is pop this, because we did save. This is one of the few courses we managed to remember to save. So if I do Bales Windrow Field 10, and do something like this, there we go. Start course at next closest waypoint. We can leave this guy to it. Look at that lag with those lines up. Wow. Tree Dragon, nice to have you here, mate. Unhealthily for work, you've kicked my enjoyment of FS19 off again during this hard time. Well, it's great to have you here, man, and I'm glad you've got FS19 to keep you occupied. Hope you're feeling better soon, man. And it's great to have you here. It's great to have you, Jake. Well, you're not gonna let it lie unless I hear your joke. So come on, hit us with it. Okay, what have I done here? $3 miles an hour. We need to adjust that. I don't know what's going on there. I wonder if that needs a repair, actually. Right, let's fix this. Okay, he's doing the course edge still, so what I'll do, I'll stop the driver. Cruise control. Oh, good one, Cranks. Yeah, I'll stick that up a little bit as well. But actually, we'll whip round because he's obviously getting aligned with us. It's dropped it again to 3. What the heck's going on there? There we go. That was strange. But I will allow it. It's a moment of madness. Right, we'll leave him to it for a bit, I think. Let him do another lap of the field and then he'll start doing his up and round down rows. So we'll take it from there. 3 days off and you've completely caught up on a bull's gap. That's impressive. That is impressive. That's a lot of watching, actually. James Coble, thank you for all the tutorial videos. You've taught me quite a bit about this game. Now I need to learn the PV tools. You'll enjoy that, James. J Bates, what's my favourite small and medium tractor in game? It depends on. I'm just going to do that. I've just seen Mark sing there. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't on that actually. Favourite tractors? It depends on the map. To be honest, I kind of like to align tractors to my my maps. To be honest, make sure I've got US tractors on US maps and things like that. So yeah, definitely. But I do like this. John Deere 40 series. It's a classic. Do enjoy this. Tree Dragons. Yeah, Dual Monsters rock. Tyler, what does the map look like? I'm not going to show you unless you stop spamming. How about that? Kieran Leopold, how are you? Nice to see you, mate. Is that the John Deere baler that now requires straw harvest or a different version? It's the upgraded one of the original, but it does work without straw harvest as well. Preston Creason, what are PV tools? So PV tools, I've done a video on it, but PV tools is a mod that allows you to run different mod folders. So you can have different mod folders for different games. It allows you to kind of manage your mods a little bit better, and Giants do recommend that you don't run more than one map in your mods folder at the same time. So I know a lot of people do, but it can cause a few issues with. So it's dropping to 2 miles an hour there. What's going on there? That's weird, isn't it? Something strange going on there. And then he's up to 11 again. How odd. How odd. Tree Dragons been enjoying smaller maps with small kit. It is nice to do those. You feel like you get through a lot, don't you? You feel like you get through a lot of fields and stuff and make good progress. Sarah Hughes, is Bull's Gap available on console? Unfortunately not, Sarah. No, it is a PC only mod map. So that's a bit of a shame. Now he's going to run up to the top of the field and start doing his up and down rows. So I'm just going to make sure that's going. So he's done the headlands now, so he should now join the up and down rows, and then I can just leave him to it, because I'm going to go and wrap some bales back at the farm. Tim Dainton, nice to see you. How are you? Always a pleasure to have you here, sir. Now I've already baled this, so that's what's happening here. But he's running. So I'm just going to let him run for a little bit, I think. Ah, okay, there you go, Kieran. Sometimes freezes as it gets to the end of a bale. That's interesting. So interestingly, we've got this little glitch again with our menus, which is a bit annoying, because it slows you down a bit when you jump between tractors and stuff. But we'll just wait a little bit of a minute. Yeah, he'll hit that bale, but he can deal with it. Hopefully it won't cause any issues. Jake Marshek, all the best stuff is PC only, except for American Life Farming. I'm interested to see what you mean by that, Jake. So I know statistically there are over 5,000 mods now for FS19, and I think 4,200 are available on console. So in essence, you don't necessarily have, that many lesser mods. I know, I understand that potentially you miss out on some of the scripting mods. But again, you can't blame Giants for that. That's a limitation that Sony and Xbox have put in place. But I can understand maybe that you get. But if it's tractors and it's trailers and it's things like that, I think you've virtually got this access to the same stuff as we have. Now there are a lot of unlicensed unofficial mods, shall we say? So we do get access to a lot of brands and a lot of other mods that consoles don't get. But for me, it is a much more complete game on PC. Definitely, we do get more choice. Just because there are no limitations on. Let's move that bale out of the way. Big maps, courseplay, yeah, scripted mods are the biggie, I think. And big maps, I suppose, are it's a shame that you can't run 4 times maps on the console. And you never know, actually. There might be. If you've watched our From the Field that Argsy and I did for when FarmCon was on, there's a rumour that the new maps on FS22 are going to be bigger than the standard size maps on FS19. So Nio Nabos from Argentina, how are you, sir? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And the worst thing, I still think the worst thing, and I understand why they have it as well, slot count on consoles. I understand the rationale for it, but it can be really limiting. If you want to run a massive farm with loads of kit, you really are a little bit limited. Dragon's doing his first playthrough on Kleins, with seasons running nothing stronger than 200. Well, that's a nice little challenge. Tree Dragon? I do like that. Sarah, will I do a series on Rustic Acres? Probably not now, Sarah. I've got a couple of series running at the moment, which will probably see me right through till FS22 comes out. Well, I've hit a raw nerve with Jake and his slot count. Sorry, buddy. Neil says, do I like to work with tractors more or with animals? I think I play more with tractors. I get a bit lazy when it comes to animals. It's quite a lot of work that goes into it. Although we've obviously just bought a lot of animals for Bull's Gap. We've got a lot of cows now. So I'm quite enjoying the change of pace doing some animal stuff. So yes. It's going to be fun. I've definitely enjoyed this, and there's quite a lot of manure out there. Actually, I'm just seeing the pile over there. That's exciting. That is exciting. Bears Den Gaming, nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Hendrix got a new PC, and he's bumped his graphics up. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It is nice. Couple of tips, Hendrix. Switch your scaling. There's an option for game scaling. Switch it to 120% or up. It's really good. That kind of really lifts the quality as well. Oh yeah, and actually, thanks for the reminder, Steve, and everyone. Thank you. We hit 25,000 subs on Sunday, which is amazing. Can't believe it. I can't believe that it's still going up the speed it's going up. I can't believe. It's funny, isn't it? I sit here doing this and it's churning out this content and having fun, and people still keep finding it and watching it, and it keeps growing. It's mental. I love it. I love it. How good is the Mercer Life series going? It's challenging. It is challenging. I've already recorded the second episode, which I'm probably going to release tomorrow. Although maybe this Gamescom trailer info might supersede that. But yes, definitely a challenge. Have I got all those bales already? I thought there were more than that. No, got them all already. I think there might be one way back down here. So actually we've got a lot less bales of silage than I do hay and certainly of straw. I need Dine's new shuttle gears mod on Mercer. I saw this vid today, Argsy. I'm going to do that. My problem is at the moment is I've got enhanced vehicle and the other one, and they clash. So you'll see actually what happens in the second episode when I release it. It's having a real problem with my gear shifting, but I did switch gear shifting on. But I'm going to have a re-look at that to make sure I get it working right. So we'll finish wrapping this last bale, and we'll park this wrapper away in the shed. We'll go and pick these up, get them dumped, and get them sorted. Take care, Sarah Hughes. We'll see you again. Here's our little pickup trailer that we used for the straw, just enough to get things bedded down. So somebody was mentioning head tracking before. I actually have done some research on head tracking. FSG, are you finding you're editing more out of Mercer when you're making mistakes, etc., while in cab? Do you know what, Mark? I've actually made a point of really limiting the editing in it, because I kind of want a warts and all thing for you guys to see. Now, there is some stuff that's quite boring, which I have cut out, where I'm trying to make something work that I can't get to work. But the majority, in fact, I think the first 11 minutes of the next episode are continuous recording without an edit. It's just me doing my thing for 11 minutes straight, which actually I think might be a record full stop for one of my vids. So yeah, I've been making a point of that because I don't want to do it. But yes, no, head tracking I looked at this week, and I'm just like, oh no, there's another thing that's going to be a time. My only thing was I would get it for the sim rig that's sitting over there, because I've got a huge widescreen 36-inch widescreen monitor. So I get that, and it's super wide, so you've got a big field of vision. At the here, I've only got a 24-inch. Watch where I'm going. I've got a 24-inch standard monitor. I'm running two monitors, but all my kind of streaming stuff sits to the right side of me, and then I play on this one. So I'd only be moving my head a very little bit. So I'm slightly intrigued as to how much of a difference it would make. But I am already thinking, and it's not that expensive. That was the other thing. I thought it was quite expensive, but so it's definitely something I'm considering. And I don't know what the dream ticket would be to get triple monitors. Run triple monitors and do it that way. So that would be good. C&G modding and mapping. How are you, dude? How's the tricks? Nice to see you, Carson. And Polycount Taz too. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Args. I am 6 foot. TV takes a few inches off. What size monitor do you run, Mark? Are you on a 24 or a bigger 27 inch? I like the look of it, and it looks very easy to set up. So yeah, no, I'm interested. 6'3". Wow, I really thought I would have more bales than this. But it's all good. They're big bales, remember. They are big bales. So, that's good. This grass is ready to cut again because it's... I've got the real mower mod on, so I don't have to wait for it to grow to full size, which is good. Got a nice amount of hay in there. And no straw at the moment, but that's going to change very quickly. Don't need Corsair on him. Yes, everybody go and subscribe to Argsy. He is very good. His jokes are terrible, but his content's excellent. Biggest promise to being bothered to set it all up before starting. (27) 34 wide. 34 wide. So I've got. I think it's the 34 wide I've got for my sim rig, and I can totally see it working for that. Single 24 is other in use. Okay, yeah. So I'm definitely interested to try it. Definitely interested to try it, but yeah, I would love ultimately one day maybe to have the triples and do it that way. Okay, that was not where I wanted to go. It's going to be like a jigsaw puzzle. It's like Tetris. Look, I'll drop it in here. See if we can get away with not knocking the other ones over. Easy. Don't know what the fuss was about there. Right, let's... I'm going to leave that just here because I'm going to go and check the baler in a minute. We'll just drive up to him because it'll be handy. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, no, we are loving West Texas. It's cracking. So look at that. We've got really quite a lot of manure. We should be selling this. We should be keeping an eye on this and selling it. I don't know why that's remove loader. I'm going to leave the loader there because it looks quite cool. There's our manure point. What happens with that? Oh, it just turns the pipe out. So we'll actually maybe use some manure this time rather than digestate from the BGA. Oh, it needs a clean in here too. Dazed, how are you? Nice to see you. Another fun thing to... 3 ultra-wide curved displays in a semicircle, front, right, behind, and then set up a button on your chair where if you swing far enough back, it swaps to the rear view. Oh, now that's smart. That is smart. I like the idea of that. I've told you, my dream is one day I'm going to buy a John Deere cab. A real-life John Deere cab. Rip the windows out of it, get it all cleaned up, and put panel displays in, and create a full sim rig with motion and everything. That's the dream ticket. Rubo, nice to have you here, my friend. Great to have a new subscriber join in. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing great, Dazed. Thank you very much. Excited to see what Giants are going to come out with tomorrow for the Gamescom gameplay trailer. Track hat setup is better than Track IR. I was looking at Track IR the other day. Not looking to doing that, but currently working on the cheaper version of that. Got the custom side panel done beside the screen, putting on Reddit. So, oh, yeah, definitely want to see that, mate. For sure. For sure. That's cool, but why a John Deere cab and not a Fendt? Dunno, really. Could be a Fendt. Could be a Fendt. I wonder if the KC9500 will take over the CC7500 for y'all on West Texas. Only you can know that, Forward Dag. You're going to have to share with us. Scott George is here as well. How are you, mate? There you go, Manifest. Just lug all your kit out and set it up in your cab. Yeah, I think he'd know when the tractor wasn't moving all day long. He'd walk in at the end of the day and just say, I did 250 acres today. And he'd be like, tractor never moved. Gaming only modding, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. I've peaked a bit early here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Right, let's get some of these picked up. These are all 20,000 litre bales, so it's good. He says as he's clearly not switched it on. I knew Args would perk up when he read that. I had Domino's for dinner tonight and I'm burping now. So apologies if I belch down the mic. That's not how I was brought up. If I wanted to do grand, so I'm scared to get the price for a full cab, yeah. I think the only deal is maybe we should lobby John Deere. We'll turn it into a community project. Hogsy always said I was full of gas, yeah. I'm sure he did. Yeah, we're going to have a community project. We're going to get out. John Deere, if you're watching, which you're not. Send us a cab. George, I totally agree. Domino's is well overpriced, but it's convenience, man, isn't it? It's like I just need I need food, and I didn't have anything in the house, so I thought, why not? Actually, we said there was going to be a lot of straw here, but actually, he's what, best part of halfway across the field already, and we don't have that many bales. London taxi is on its way. Within the next couple of weeks there will be Argsy Gaming, along with enough horsepower to tug it. Along with enough horsepower to tug it? Tractor? Interesting, interesting. Insert right to repair joke. No, you won't, Daze. No, you actually have to wait for a John Deere rep to come out and make sure that that you're plugging it in right. Can you imagine Mrs. FSG's face if they craned in a full tractor cab into the back garden? They are 20k bales, okay, yep. So it is actually a lot of straw squeezed into a small space. I mean, that would be good YouTube content, wouldn't it? Building a full bore John Deere cab experience for FS22. Rubo, it's nice to have you, man. Great to have you here. James Koval, hey Farm Sim guy, do you know any other languages? Very small bit of French, an even smaller bit of Italian. But no, not really. I mean, I took French at high school. We're all ignorant in the UK. We're very ignorant. We're not as intelligent as the Europeans who bothered to learn a few other languages. Two chat goes, I am intrigued. That sounds good, Forward Ag. I need to talk to you again about our little a little idea for a mod I'd like to resurrect for FS22. But I need some help. T Willie, build an extension on your home for your cab. If there's an extension going on this house, I don't think I'll be able to put that in it. It's fair to say. Cheers, Forward. That would be awesome. And you know what? I'm going to brass neck it, I think, and just get in touch with John Deere and say, here's what I want to do. See if they'll pay for it as well. That'd be awesome. I don't think I've got enough money to do it. Another Texan? Like, literally half of Texas watches my channel. It's great. Scott's a Texan. A few other guys who aren't in it tonight, but there's loads of Texans in. Sounds like I need an addition for the dogs. Well, yeah. So I use a MacBook Pro for work. That MacBook Pro no longer has a charging cable at the moment, thanks to Satan Dog. Daniel, thank you very, very much. Makes you keen for FS22. Yes, I think it makes us all keen for 22. There's a new gameplay trailer coming out tomorrow as well, so keep an eye open for that. Argsy, I'm assuming you've had your little email from Giants today as well, and have had a little scan through the stuff. Okay, good. Yeah, may as well have the cab delivered to the doghouse. Yeah. Or the FSG house, as it's going to be renamed. Yeah, I did, Args. There's been some low points. Oh, Fusion has found... I'm going to click on this link. I'm going to have to see what this is. Oh, 7.5 grand! Which just tweaked it to... That's what I want, though. Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can share this with you. Let's try. Yeah, look at this. That's exactly. Although we're gonna need a massive monitor. What do you reckon there? A couple of 75-inch monitors in the front there. And you could strip that. You could do that. Could be amazing. Couldn't? Okay, needs a new seat. But that is the business. I'm excited about that. I do like that. Very cool. I'm sure Mrs. FSG would sign that. So I treated myself to a new car this week. Well, sanctioned by Mrs. FSG, but so I don't think she's going to need a tractor cab either. Expense the cab. Well, that's not good. Could we do it? Could we do it as a tax break? Still no bales coming out. That'd be good. I don't think Mrs. FSG's watching tonight because she's on puppy duty. Imagine having the console buttons swapped out for PC compatibility. Well, you could imagine the whole side panel. So you could have the whole side panel with proper buttons in it, like the side panel. You could get Skull Sim Gear, who's not in tonight, I don't think yet, who builds custom sim boxes. Check him out, Skull Sim Gear. Go and check his stuff out. It's awesome. He could build a brilliant real life side panel, and then we could get a couple of sim dashboard screens, couple of panels in there for the screens. Oh, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely amazing. There you go, 7215 cab for only £2.5 It's still too expensive. Argsy, no, it wasn't a Range Rover. Unfortunately, Range Rover never came good. I was hoping. Although I've got a Discovery anyway, but no, I bought a black BMW M3. Very excited. A proper toy. Flexible display from LG cut to size for each window. There you go. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. So I'm almost saying like we're going to do it. There's no way we're going to do this. I think I'd need a little bit more ad revenue than I'm getting at the moment to be able to fund that. But it would be good, wouldn't it? Take it up on the road. Yeah, I've got to wait a month till it arrives, but I think there might be a little bit of a tour of Scotland going on. Steve Lamb. So BMWs now are not the bad one. It's the it's Audi drivers. This is it, Args. You could actually turn up at all the farm shows with it. Imagine how good that would be. Sounds good, Day. I don't know where you are, Dazed. Where are you based? And guys, if you don't know, Dazed is the main moderator and, well, owns... Am I right? You own the Farming Simulator Reddit channel? Oh, Dundee. Oh, yeah. We should go for a pint one day. Not with the car, then. I've got a Merc at the moment, Tim. That's what I'm swapping. Ah, right, just a mod. So anyway, Dazed is regularly on the Reddit sub. It's a good little sub. It's a good little sub as well, actually. There's a lot of good stuff on it. This would have been a good field to try out the course by bale pickup feature. That's a good point, okay. That is a good point. You know, maybe we'll do that. On, in fact, there's one bale over there. We'll do that when we come back. That's a good call. ML420 V8, love it. Yeah. Well, that's why I kind of went. So the reason for it is we're getting real pressure now. Any new car that you get, you can't get any good deals on petrol or diesel because they're pushing hybrids and they're pushing electric like nobody's business. So it's kind of, I think, probably, potentially the last chance we'll get to buy a proper petrol sports car. So it had to be done. Had to be done. The very one, Edgar. But I got the M3 Saloon rather than the M4 Coupe. Because I am actually still got to put 2 kids in the back of it. And apparently it's not acceptable just to have a car for me. It still has to be semi-practical. A lobster, ¿cómo estás? How are you? I'm well, thank you. George may be found. What is my dream favourite car? That's a good question. What is my dream favourite car? I mean, I like all the supercars and things like that. I do, you know, I do like a nice Ferrari or a nice Lambo or something like that. McLaren P1, something like that. But I don't know. Do you know, it depends. Yeah, I've got 2 cars. That's the only problem, Mark. But even that's not acceptable. A Jensen. So yeah, I kind of... There are some classic cars I love. You can't beat some of the old Aston Martins, DB6 and things like that. Beautiful. Koenigsegg, yeah, Robert, you're biased because Koenigseggs are nice cars. But yeah, do you know what? It's a hard one to kind of say one car to pick. Edgar, factory you work in makes the leather covers for those seats. Well, there you go. Cool. Settle for a Jeep Cranky. But I think it's, you know, there's some cool stuff. I've got a mate who's got a Tesla, and it's an incredibly smart bit of kit. Like, really clever. I mean, it looks like a spaceship inside. I'm not a big fan of the look of them. They look a bit ugly from the outside, but, you know, I think there's potential in the future, but I don't think it's... I'm not convinced it's electric. I think something else is going to come along. They're talking about hydrogen fuel cells again. Maybe they're not the thing either, but something like that. There'll be some kind of crazy little minuscule fusion reactor in the future, won't there? Yeah, exactly, Days. I need a weekend toy, and then something else more practical. I agree. All the Teslas I see drive. So that's the point, that they've built this really good car that's fast, and it's like a rocket ship. I mean, you're glued to your seat when it accelerates away. But the kind of people that buy electric cars at the moment are the people who drive at 20 miles an hour everywhere. So synthetic fuels for our current engines in the future. Yeah, that's right. Well, they're pushing that in Formula 1 at the moment, aren't they? There's a lot of... I know Petronas are doing a lot of synthetic fuel stuff with Mercedes, and I think they're going to push that a little bit more. In the next few years, they've got to have a higher percentage of the fuel. I think it goes up each year how much fuel they're going to add to it. Yeah, there's a really good JCB demo. I think it was posted on the Discord a while back about their hydrogen engines, and it does. I agree, Kieran. That's a really interesting vid. It's well worth checking that one out if you can find it. There you go, with Le Mans fully renewable next year. Yeah, cool. So there's hope. There's hope for us, yes. Yeah, flux capacitor. What's the one that when he comes back from the future and he's got the little home fusion reactor thing on the top of it? 1.21 gigawatts. Rimac is stupid fast. So fast that Hammond can't control it. Oh, to 60 in 2 minutes, Steve. Nice. Can't go wrong with that. The Mr. Fusion, there we go. Good knowledge, gents. Good knowledge. Hey, Jason. Nice to see you, man. No worries, hope work goes well. Appreciate you dropping by, dude. Nice to see you. Where's my... Maybe it's just camouflage. Can't actually see my tractor. Oh no, there he is. Thought he was having a moment and disappeared somewhere. Don't think there are any more bales ready, are there? There's another one here. Love Ghostbusters. I grew up on a healthy diet of things like Ghostbusters, the original Predator film. What else was awesome back in the day? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. An epic. Horse by baler works best when you don't have another tool on the field. Okay. Another bale there I missed. Thank you, Rusty. All the best, buddy. Appreciate you dropping by. Stay safe out there, dude. So, Farmer Cop is not the only cop who plays Farm Sim. Good old Rusty is out there doing his thing as well. Starship Troopers, brilliant. Denise Richards, oof. That was a kind of teenage dream chick, that was. Oh, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Totally brilliant. Yep. Absolutely fantastic. And classic Ferrari, yeah? Take care, Hans. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Really appreciate it. There you go, 1997. Wow, that's a few years ago now, isn't it? I was at university in 1997. Bonjour tout le monde, Rashti. How are you doing, buddy? How are you? Ferris is your hero, Steve. Okay, I'm going to try this one. Ventil Dope. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Welcome from Belgium. Dace, thanks for making me feel so old. Sorry, buddy. Save Ferris. I am enjoying this new tractor. Remember, it's terrible with Corsair, this tractor, though, because the simple IC on it. Now, we've got to make a decision. I think this field we will put... This could be our grass field going forward, actually. His sons didn't get the Bueller joke at the end of Deadpool. Reed, you've got to take them on a journey of discovery and force them to sit and watch Ferris Bueller. I think it's lasted the test of time quite well, actually, hasn't it? Beverly Hills Cop. There was another film I used to love. Well, Eddie Murphy was brilliant in that. I'm doing great, Rashdi. Yeah, no, I'm doing really good, man, thanks. Quite right, Reed. Quite right. Linda Hamilton in the original Terminator, yeah. Oh, back at school, Fusion, right? My kids went back a couple of weeks ago now. I think they were actually pleased to go back. Cheers, Fusion. We'll catch you later, mate. Bananas at the tailpipe. Ah, yes. Weird Science with Kelly LeBrock. Yeah, that was another teenage crush. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Rick Moranis. He did a lot of films, didn't he? Fusion's still hanging on. Doesn't want to miss the chat. See, the reason I'm staying in here is because I don't want to tab out particularly. Goonies, brilliant film. There we go. We're off on one now. A chance of nudity like Ski Patrol. Oh, I love it. Oh, welcome to the Discord as well, Rubo. Nice one. Spaceballs, another classic. And yeah, and the Police Academy series. Yeah, love them. Love them all. Beetlejuice 1989, the Michael Keaton Batman. Yeah, that was good. Michael Keaton's coming back in the new Batman film, isn't he? I believe. Right, let's leave them there for a while. Let's go and check what's happening over here. I'm talking when I drive. Oh, see, Bond is Bond almost transcends itself. It's kind of almost a thing in its own right, isn't it? And I've got a release date for the new one now, haven't they? I'm going to tidy up this shed, I think. Let me have a look at my animal menu. We're looking pretty good. Cleanliness, we could sort that out. We could do with a bit more straw, but we're looking good. Oh my goodness, they've eaten most of that food already. That's nuts. What are we doing for... Oh, right, that's a decent amount of milk there too. We could actually give them a top up. Can I show the big map? Taku? Yes, sir. Let's zoom out. So, there you go. It's a standard size map, but some cracking good size fields in it. 19, I think, is the biggest up here. But 7 and 1 are very big fields. I think this is quite a nice big field here. It's a cracking little map, actually. It's sawmill down there, main farm here. There's another nice farm up here with a bit of a dairy operation going on as well. Shop here. Your kind of main sell points sitting around about here. There's an animal sell point here. A straw barn here. But it's a lovely little map. It's a lovely little map. The chick painted gold, and Goldfinger was your first celebrity crush. That was I'm gonna forget her name now. Just died earlier this year, didn't she? On a Blackman. Steve, we did mention Goonies. We absolutely did. It's another seminal film of men of a certain age. Where I have my cow, did I already do that? I know this was all woodland when I started Taku. If you go, this is episode 54 now of this series. If you go back and look at episode 1, everything you see, in fact, everything you see, all of this, basically from this area here, where this little opening was, everything back here was trees. This entire area, in fact, if I jump up to, let me just fly up in the sky and I'll show you. If I fly up here, all of that, so all of those fields there were trees. That was all forest. So I've dug all of that out, and the path down there to the road, all of this space where the buildings are. It's a massive little farm. Actually, I haven't looked up in the sky for a while now, but yeah, it's a huge little operation now that we. But originally, yeah, that was all trees. Now I feel guilty. Greta's going to be after me again. Mr. Nezzy got rained out on, lucky bud. Well, it's good to have you here. Under Siege, great film. Can't beat a good Steven Seagal movie. Caddyshack. Caddyshack was a great film as well. Bill Murray at his best in Caddyshack. Labyrinth. Alright, this is brilliant. This is a proper... That's a proper trip down video memory, like film memory lane. The original Italian Job with Michael Caine, I have watched that film so many times. So many times. Somebody mentioned Porky's as well. Remember at the time being that was like super risky. Ooh. Far too saucy. Oh, what was I going to do? I was going to get more TMR. I've been totally distracted by film discussion. RoboCop, yeah, brilliant. Blazing Saddles, Top Gun, yeah, Top Gun. How could you forget Top Gun? So many good films. Days of Thunder as well. Bit of NASCAR action. All the Naked Guns, yeah. Airplane. There's another classic as well. I very much don't think I'm Greta's favourite person. So, somebody said to me in the week that you could, if you put straw in here... Yeah, look. So I could technically dump straw bales in here and take them out as loose straw, potentially, which I thought was interesting. But there we go. TMR, we've got 45,000 litres now, so there's a good amount in here to feed the cows. 45,000 litres. This is good. Yeah, don't call me Shirley. Shirley, you can't be serious. I am, and don't call me Shirley. Love it. Yeah, the new Top Gun film will be good as well. Bit of a nostalgia piece. You always wonder with films like that when they kind of resurrect them that you kind of like, oh, you'll never be able to kind of bring back the magic because it was one of those. It's like so much of it is about how old you are and you know where you were, what time you were in your life that makes them brilliant. But at the same time, you can't. It does look really good. The new Top Gun. Jackie Brown's a good movie. I am a bit of a Tarantino fan, actually. I do like his stuff. We do need to start making a bit more money. Let's have a look what we've got now. Crikey, I am going to top those cows up good and proper. See, Tom Cruise landed. Is he still filming the next Mission Impossible in the UK? Rock and Roller, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Oops. Pay attention, stop reading the chat, and reverse your trailer. Taku, do I do a multiplayer series with viewers? Not at the moment, Taku. I have got a multiplayer server. I've actually struggled to find the time to ever play on it, which is a shame. But I don't at the moment. But if you want to join in, Argsy does a regular multiplayer with his followers. So you might want to check him out. This AS Marston trailer, this is what we used to have on the farm when we were hauling grain in the summer. These are the trailers we had. Oh, just kind of... Thank you, Daze. That's brilliant, mate. I will definitely check that out. Custom side panel. I'll check it out, mate. Yeah, no, definitely. Nice to have you in, mate. Great to see you again. We'll see you again soon, yeah? Lewis, could you please tell us the mod I'm using to show... So, it's part of the whole TMR factory. I don't know, I think I said this in my last video, I don't know where I got this from. I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging around. I think it came bundled with a map, and my best guess is it maybe was Hazard County. So I might just have to do a little bit of digging around to find out where it is. But there are some other good ones about if you want to check them out as well. Have I tried the new Marshall tipper? I have not yet, no. Looking forward to looking at that, actually. These cows eat a lot. I'm slightly concerned I'm going to run out of supplies before the next lot is ready. I think I'm okay for bales, but maybe silage might need topping up. Alright, the baler's finished in the other field. We'll head back and get him in a minute. We'll grab a bit more from here. And then I'm going to ask you guys for a little bit of a decision time on what we do next. Yeah, honestly, I can't for the life. Let's see if there's any clues on it as what map it might have come from. I am not sure. It's one of those ones, I just found it in my... I have so many mods that you just kind of scroll past them and go, where did I get that from? Nothing on the silos or anything. No. Let's go and have a look in the shop and just see where we think it's from. The only reason I think it might be from the Hazard County is just because the other Hazard County mods that I've got, so that's a Hazard County mod, and that's a Hazard County mod. They've all got images in the back. They've all got they're kind of screenshots rather than cutouts. So that's my only rationale for it. Maybe the mod XML as well. Yep. So I'll maybe have a look in the mod XML and report back, because a few people have asked actually, so I shall have a look. So my plan is, I think, the big field there with all the straw on, I might turn that into a grass field with a view to keeping that constant. And then I would like to do barley and corn again. So we've got supplies for the distillery to keep that going. So I kind of realise now that the distillery uses more corn than it does barley. I don't know what the percentages are. Seneca County by the looks of it. Well, there you go. Thanks, Ox. There you go, Super Sleuth Args has come up with the goods. There you go, Lewis. Oh yeah, we're talking about our favourite movies from a certain well, basically start off with my age. But I think everybody's joined in with their faves now. Because you have so many mods like I do, there is a mod which shows more info in the store where it currently says mod. I find it very useful. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that. Echo Kid, nice to see you. See you again soon. So what I'm thinking is, probably the bigger of the two fields here, corn, and barley in the other one, and the big field over there, grass. But we've got that one field next to the road. So this field 8. So if we put grass in here, that's a lot of grass. So we could half and half it. Sometimes hay, sometimes silage, depending on what we need. We'll do barley in one of the fields down here and corn in one. So what are we going to put in field 8? Give me a little bit of a give me a little bit of a community feel for what you'd like to see in that field. What could we put in there that's a little bit different? Bearing in mind I've only got base game crops in this map. Nothing. We don't have anything exotic. Let me just decide whether or not I need to do another. I knew you'd say sugar beets. Canola is money. Matthew Hartledge. We are on Bull's Gap, my friend. Oh, I've used all my TMR up. Look at that. So in fact, we should probably be considering mixing a bit more here. So we've got a lot of silage in there. Let's get some... let's get some more stuff in there. Let's get some more hay and straw in there, shall we? James Walker, I want to start a playthrough on Marksville, but I'm having too much fun on Spectacle Island. But you've got 20 save game slots. Do both. Bounce between the two. I hate you all for saying potatoes. That was a stupid thing for me to ask anyway, because I know you lot. But we could do potatoes. We could, especially now we've got the nice little pack that Argsy's demoed before. Horses need oats. They do. You're right, Cranks. They don't need much oats, though. It's amazing how little oats they need. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do 4 of these as well. 2, 3, 4. Or 5. I think I got a bit trigger happy there. Oh well. Okay, it does. In fact, you know what I'll do? Because I want to test that. We'll test that when we put the straw in. Let me tip this back in. So we want to know if we can put a straw in as in a bale and take it out as loose straw, because then it could be used for bedding. That's the test here. So if I should be able to dump this, and it will go back in as TMR, which is quite nice about this as well. So you don't have to. If you've got TMR on a trailer, you're not stuck with it in the trailer. He says, as it doesn't register, but I think the register on this is quite slow. Give it a sec, it will appear. He says, hopefully. We'll move it out of the way. Trailer's empty anyway. It did take a few minutes to register the other day, so I'm kind of hoping that I've not just lost a few thousand litres of TMR. Oh, it's still not registered. That's slightly nerve-wracking. Oh well. It looks like it's lost, doesn't it, Mark? So that's a bit annoying. Don't reverse. Like, drive over the trigger to put them back in the shed is quite annoying. Done that a few times. No, see the TMR, it is back. It is back. Look. 2,000 litres. Just takes quite a long time to register sometimes. So I'm okay with that. Kev Little, where did the cowshed come from? As in, what happened? How have you got a cowshed now? Or what pack is it from? What mod is it? Let's just drop this one in first. Did I get the update for the 356? I have indeed. I was going to upgrade it actually. But this is so good, I don't need it. What mod is it? It's from the Modding Welt pack. So it's part of the buildings pack for modding from Modding Welt. The American Farms building pack. It worked when you put the bales in. Maybe that was it. There we go. Must have taken some of the old ones. Let's take a few more out of there, shall we? Filler anyway, but we do have a few bales in there now. Putting the bales in cause the info update. Right, okay, so yeah, we just need to trigger another update really, so that's good. At least it's not lost, that's the important thing. Bosh bosh. Oh, thought they were going back in the shed then. There we go. Oh, that was a 20,000 litre. Yeah, that's more like it. Good stuff. Alain, welcome from South Africa, my friend. Nice to have you here. It's another nation we tend to get a lot of visitors from, so lovely to have you here. Right, we're going to do our test now. For OK. Speedy Claude, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Is there a mod you can download? When you edit the mods, I can still update. No, Elaine, because fundamentally what you're doing is you're editing the mod so it doesn't recognise it as the same version. The only way you could do it is if you run something like PV Tools, where you run different versions of the mod. So TMR, wheat, barley, none of that. Hay, straw. So if I do start, look at that. So okay, great suggestion. And I can dump it back in now. That's a good call. I mean, that's a full silo as well. It looks like it takes all the grain crops as well, which is awesome. So good call, okay. That solved that little problem for us, hasn't it? Only problem now is these cows eat way too much. They bring me some good money in. How do I know when my when my milk is maxed out? Actually, what's my capacity of my milking establishment? Let's have a look. Hey, look at that! A 7R has caught fire on a local street and has caused a traffic jam. The milk contractor is unavailable. Typical. Yeah, make a copy. I tend to always make a copy. Any mod that I've edited, I just have a folder saved with edited versions change the file name slightly or something like that. That tends to help. Right. Let's jump in the old John Deere here, which is not... Why isn't he not letting me click on it? Too far away. There we go. And what I can do here, should be able to change bale capacity now. Let's try a 6,000 litre bale and see if we can see if there's enough left on the field. There's not going to be. There's not 6,000. There's not 2,000 litres there, is there? We'll give it a go, shall we? See what happens. It'd be good if there is. Otherwise, we'll just have to clear it using easy dev. Oh, it's easily going to be enough. There's enough for 8,000 then. What do we think? We take a punt and go for 8,000? I say we go for 8,000. Okay, 8,000. Do your worst. Might even be able to go for 12 here. 6, 8. No, it's a big leap between 8 and 12. I think we might have to leave it at accept defeat on 8. It's not bad though. Let's just see how much would have been left. There's nothing up the other end of the field, I don't think. I was kind of hoping you could get a 1,500 litre there. We could probably still do that. Can't be bothered driving up the other end of the field. For what we need, I think we've got enough. Spit the big one out. There we go. Let's clear that last little bit. That's not bad, to be honest. Not bad at all. Right, so decision time. What do we do? What do we do? Are we going to put potatoes next door? I'm going to have to invest in kit if I buy potatoes. But I'll do it. I will do it. Elaine, do I know when Liberty Fields will be? I'm afraid I don't. I know Julian's still working hard on it. So it's that classic mod answer. It will be ready when it's ready, but it's going to be worth waiting for that one. You know, and we're kind of hoping that the process of updating maps from 19 to 22 isn't going to be too cumbersome. Maybe a lot of texture updating and things like that, but hopefully. Yeah, I can't wait for it either. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a very, very special map, that. Been a bit since canola or sunflower. We could do some canola, couldn't we? Is there a mod for that info milk speedy? That is Global Companies animal pen extension. I think it's part of that. So where you've got your little water tap and tank, it's got that on it as well. You can add custom amounts. That's interesting. I might do that in the future. The bale over here. Poplars. 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 I have never done poplars. Have we ever done... has anybody ever done poplars? Is that even a thing? We could do canola in this big field. Should we do canola in this big field? That'd be quite a fun harvest, wouldn't it? Because not this field, then this next one. That cornfield there, that's ours on the corner. We could put corn back in there. That'd be quite good fun. Did sugar... I've never done sugarcane either, actually. Barley, we're definitely going to do a field of barley because we need the barley for the distillery. So barley and corn are guaranteed. Poplars are worse than potatoes. Okay. Speedy, is there a way to get this map? Yes, if you look in the description for the vid, there should be a link in the description to the vid. If not, there used to be. So go and check one of the older episodes. It'll be there. But I think what we'll do... I think we'll put canola in the big field. I think we'll put canola in the big field. We'll do some corn. If I've got chickens, I can feed them barley. I have got chickens. I have got barley actually in my silo already. I need the multi-fruit harvester. I do, don't I, Mark? I do. Mo Gaming, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Right, let's get these dumped in. These sheds look good with the bales in. That was a good investment. Oops. Pay attention. Bales in. Right. Let's tuck this away somewhere. Alain, do I think FS22 will live up to the hype? I think FS22 is going to be a good improvement on FS19. I think they've hopefully sorted a lot of the graphical frustrations that we have with it. I think they're going to bump the performance up a lot, which is great. I think there's a lot of people looking for that. So that's good, and really, I think, yeah, I have no reason to not think it won't be an improvement on what we've got so far. I think, you know, there are a few people out there just going, well, I don't see any difference, and they've had an extra year to develop it, so why haven't they done more? But I think that just shows a little bit of ignorance as to game development, to be honest. Michael, take care, my friend. All the best. Which bale shed is that, James Walker? It is the it's the Global Companies one, actually. It's the mixture, the Global Companies bale storage, straw and hay. But you can have individual. You can have just straw round, just straw square, hay square or round, or a mixture. So we quite like that. Right. Just trying to decide how I approach this. I'm planting grass. Probably need to fertilise it as well. It'll be quite a big job to do that. What I'll do first, I'm going to swap my bucket over because we have got our own fertiliser. And we've been meaning to make our own... there's fertiliser there as well. We've been meaning to make our own seed for a while, so we might do that as well. Because it could be quite expensive planting all this, and although I don't have any seed that I need to make new seed at the moment, but we'll see. Where did I get that combine from? Farmer 2021. That is a very generous Mark Thor, who is in the chat here, made that as a custom mod for me, and it's a cracking combine. And it's a shame Mercedes fan isn't here, because we love to wind him up, because he's a big class fan, and it properly triggers him that it's blue. Right, we're going to tidy out the cow shed. And then this little auger wagon that we've got over there, you can just see it, the yellow one. I'm going to fill that with the fertiliser. And we'll take things from there. If I watch my time, actually, we're going to probably stop this around about 2 hours in tonight, just because we've got a little bit of a vid to make. Keep you guys happy. But we're going to do, I think I'm going to release another episode of my realism series tomorrow. It's already edited. But it all depends on how much good information or how quickly I could pull a vid together for all this Gamescom stuff. I'm going to have a quick chat with Argsy after the stream here and see what we can do. There we go. Clean cows are happy cows. See if that 7 hours fire has been put out. Nope, not yet. Not that. 7,000 litres. What will I get for 7,000 litres actually? Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, that's decent enough. But look at our manure prices for our BGA here. Very excited about that. Oh no, that's the silage price, beg your pardon. The manure price, 400. So for a byproduct here, we can make some serious money. That'll be good. That will be good. Southern Lady is in the house. Nice to see you, Southern. Hope you're keeping well. Fill up our Grainos bin here. Have I seen the biomass heating plant mod by Stevie? No, I must check that out actually, that sounds quite good. Could go back to chipping some wood. Yeah, Mercedes doesn't like anything that isn't class green, which I refer to as bogey green, because it looks like the colour of stuff that comes out your nose when you've got a cold. Because that black Amazon Panther, it does, doesn't it look awesome? Yeah. It really does. Might be a... I haven't downloaded it yet, but it does look good. I'm doing really good. Thank you, Southern Lady. And you guys on here, if you haven't visited Southern Lady's channel, go and give her a like. We are championing on the channel at the moment and in the community the lady players of FS19, the female players of FS19, because there's only a few of them. I'm sure there's more out there, but it's great to see them between Morella, Maddie Fi, Southern Lady. There's some great great content creators out there, and modders. Can't forget Missy B either. James Coval, need more JD Green. So my problem is I kind of end up defaulting to John Deere tractors all the time on all of my series, so I'm trying really hard to not stick to just one brand. But yeah, at the same time, I do love my John Deere stuff, so it's difficult. I did see Kadek's wife take over his stream. Yes. I said to him, you've thrown down the gauntlet now. Haven't even raised it with Mrs. FSG at the moment because I don't know what the answer will be. And I can't repeat it on a family stream. Farmgirl as well, yes. Farmgirl posted actually today on the in the vids channel on Discord. Yeah, can't forget about Farmgirl. Good reminder, thank you, Red. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to say I'm going to use this, but we've got the front hopper on there as well. And this doesn't have a front hitch on it. Let's see if we can. Did you say only if Argsy's there? Yeah. There was a few words, some of them began with F, and yeah. Put it this way, don't hold your breath, guys. I think she's happier behind the camera. Have I got a front hitch on this? No, I do not. Oh well, that is not the tractor we're using then. I don't think the white has a front hitch either, does it? Actually, we'll hook him up to this because he can fill up the seeder then. Right, let's go and get the John Deere out of the field. We're going to barely have time to get this set up, and we're going to have to go, but upgrade to the 7200. No, sorry, we've got a front hitch on the John Deere here, so we'll do that. Keep James Coval from moaning that we're not using enough John Deere equipment. Maelstrom, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. I never understand how notifications work. Some people get them, some people don't. I think you're capped at 3 a day, so if you turn too many on, I'm not sure how it decides which ones to tell you about and which ones not. Rover, good evening. How are you? Oh dear, getting tired. We'll get this baler home. This baler looks like it needs a bit of a repair. Steve Lamb, have I ever done No Man's Land? I have not, Steve, and the reason why is because everybody was doing it. Like, literally every YouTuber was doing a survival series on No Man's Land, so I kind of thought it's a bit overdone, so I thought I'd leave it to them to finish off, and that's why I picked Bull's Gap, to be honest. Rob, how are you doing, man? Nice to see you. This baler, I think, gets quite worn out quite quickly, so we'll, as we're driving past, we'll give it a little repair. Yeah, look at that. Condition nearly gone. Alright, we've bailed a lot with it, but yeah, Rob, I'm good, mate. I'm doing really good. Rover, have I tried Spectacle Island? I have not. Again, very many people playing that at the moment, so I think I will let that one play out on other people's channels. But if you do want a good Spectacle Island series, go check out the main man Argsy, because his series is great. Proper good survival series on there. Go. I love it, Rob. Rob goes to work and just the first thing he does is fire up the PC and tune into some FS content. That is the way to do it. Oh look, this is full. That's interesting. That's good. Trust me, Maelstrom, for every time I have a smooth park like that, I have about 10 where they're not smooth. It's a pure lottery, right? Args will vouch for that. He literally stalks me on West Texas, waiting for me to make faux pas. Squeeze this out of here. Oh, I'm going to have to bump the front of that, I think. Oh, there we go. That was a bit tight. Oh, I could have hooked a trailer on the back of that. That's interesting. Right, we have got some grass in here. Like I said, Args, there is a highlights video coming. Just you wait. Yeah, Ox does a good line in storytelling, for sure. Yeah, Argsy Dagwin, Farmer Cop's running one as well, isn't he? And have I got no more seed? Have I run out of seed completely? That will be a bit of a pain if I have. But equally, there's enough in there so I can get started, definitely. Oh no, I've got... Oh, that's limestone? Wonder why I've got bags of limestone. That's lime as well. That's all lime. Ah, do you know what I'm going to do though? I'm going to run down to the field, get things started, and we'll invest in a little bit more seed for the start of the next episode. Because there is enough in here to get us started. Let's change it to canola. I think that's what we agreed in the end, wasn't it? 2,000 litres. What's in our front hopper actually? That's both of them. Tree Dragon, enjoy that. Venison sausage, that sounds great. I'm ever... if only. I'm pretty sure I also ignored that. I can't afford to buy the kit, there you go. I'm sure potatoes can wait till field 9. I'm sure potatoes can wait till field 9 on Flint Hills. Thanks for sharing the links, Mark. There's some really good channels. It would be awesome if you can go and support them. Keith, how are you, buddy? The farmer's come a long way. It sure has, mate. It certainly has. Right. Remember the grief I got after my last realism series? That I wasn't doing it properly because I wasn't doing my up and down rows first, and then my and doing my headlands at the end. So, kind of feel guilted out now that I've got to do it properly. There we go. Drop it down. Right, a big canola harvest, big cash crop. I think we can get quite a lot of canola straw off here as well, which would be quite good fun. And I might sell, hopefully not to upset Mr. Mark Thor, I might sell my class combine now and upgrade to something a bit chunkier. Love to watch the Household 6. Oh, unlucky Keith. No worries, it'll be on the channel later on, so you can jump on and you can watch it in your own time. Steve's not letting the head tracking thing go, is he? Whenever doing a realism, you sell lots of help. Yeah, I'm finding that, Scott. I am finding that. Made a rod for my own back, really, didn't I? Right. I think we're going to have to GPS this just to avoid too much hassle. An A point. Set a B point. I thought that was straight, but now looking at it, it definitely goes a bit wonky, doesn't it? There we go. Set the width. Bosh. Bosh. There we go. We're going to get a little line here, which we'll tidy up at the end. Thing till I do it. Mark Thor, can you make a toy combine for FSG like Jeepers Creepers? Right, let's see. I was kind of nervous that we would use a lot of seed, but this actually looks quite seed friendly. Never going to get through the whole field. Aussie odd even. How are you doing? Not old. That's just mean saying you're old. Nice to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Right, so we've used 2% of our seed doing 3 rows. So there's no way we're getting right across the field, even if we had 100% in here. So at some point we're going to have to invest in some more seed, but that's okay. We can do that. We've just got to remember to save this course before I leave, so that we don't have any issues later on when we come back. Go. We'll skip a row. But I am, aren't we all, mate? Aren't we all? Thanks for the video about GPS, it helped me a lot. Glad to hear it, Robert. That's been a very popular vid, actually. A lot of people have found that useful, which is great. Ooh, Hobgoblin, there's a beer. Thank you, Cranky, for the super chat. You are a gentleman, as always. Thank you for your support, mate. It's always very, very gratefully received. So thank you. Thank you very much. I shall raise a beer the next time I have one to you, sir. Thank you. Right, folks. Well, I guess we will crack on with this and call it there for tonight's stream. It's been fun chatting. I now can't lift my drill. There it is. I did lift it. What's going on here? Thank you all for watching. Keep an eye open for the realism series, hopefully tomorrow, and potentially an additional video reviewing the outcome from Gamescom. So, a little bit of FS22 content potentially coming down. Always good to see you guys. Thanks for spending some time with me. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for the support. Thank you for 25,000 subs. That's amazing. And we will catch up again very, very soon. So, for now, from me, Farm Sim Guy, have a good one, and I'll catch up with you soon. All the best, Rock and Roller. US 10 bucks. Thank you, buddy. Just jumped in at the end there. I appreciate it, man. Always nice to receive a super chat. That's very kind of you. So, much appreciated. Right. I'm off ski. Take care, you lot, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye for now. Bye-bye.